Hey guys, I'm here to do the 2021 non-cross-stitch WIPGO. This is knitting, crochet, and some quilting. This is an even bigger mess around me than the cross-stitch one. And I apologize, it's probably going to seem a little disorganized, but I have projects sharing bags with other projects. And part of the problem is that I'm trying to show you guys it in the order that's on the WIPGO board. So that means I have to come back to some things. I also realized while putting this all out together that I forgot to include my mom's socks in here. So for this WIPGO, if I finish a project ahead of it being called, my plan is to then swap in another project. There's more of a chance of that happening in my non-stitchy WIPGO than in my stitchy WIPGO. I don't know that any of those have a chance of being finished, but okay, let's get started. The first thing I want to show you, or the first thing on my board, is, oh, sorry, one more thing. The goal for each one of these is 10 hours in the month that it's called, so not ahead of time. The first one is a quilt for my aunt. I intended to make this for her so long ago that I'm not even quite positive that this is the quilt pattern that I chose. Called Vintage Cherries. I believe it is because I counted the number of fat quarters that I have in here in the black fabric, and I'm pretty sure it's for this quilt. So it's grays and purple with some black. My aunt loves this color combination, and so I bought these many years ago with the intention of making her a quilt, and now I actually need to do that. So 10 hours will probably only see me cutting out the fabric because there's a lot of cutting in this pattern. A lot of piecing, but at least I will have started it. The next thing on my WIPGO board is called the Goldberry Shawl, and I started this, I don't know, a few years ago, and this is the yarn cake, and I just love how that looks. Each part of this pattern is based off Lord of the Rings and a poetry or like a poem that goes with it. So this is all that I have done so far. Am I showing you the front or the back? It's harder for me to tell. But so this is what that looks like. And I am excited to be able to work on this one again. The next on the WIPGO board is actually from the same quilt book, and that is my sister Alex's quilt. That's what the mock-up looks like. We're not using those colors though. I have already started with some cutting and piecing. For Alex, we went with more like galaxy purples and teals tones, and then black fabric. So I've done a tiny bit of some piecing, but I'm going to need to do some more cutting and some more piecing. So each strip looks like that. You sew that on, and then there's some sub cutting, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work, but it'll be really good. And this was supposed to be a graduation from high school present, but she is staying in Singapore with my parents for another couple years, so that gives me a little bit more time, but I do need to make some serious progress on this. I was glad that the only two in this book were in the first three. Okay, next up is the Flake Shawl from Stephen West. This was last year's mystery knit along, and I'm still in the first part. I've only done 3 of the 6 points of the flake in the center, so I have a lot that needs doing on this. However, since starting this, my ability as a knitter has dramatically increased and improved, and so when I did a little bit more of this, I think during the summer, it was a lot easier and a lot clearer. So I am kind of glad that it got put aside till I was a better knitter, and I'm looking forward to working on this again. This yarn is very soft. It is called Ink and Spice. The colorway, this one is Bordeaux, and the other one is, hang on, let me find it, Bordeaux and Neutral. What are they made out of? 45% extra fine merino, 25% baby alpaca, 15% mulberry silk, and 15% yak. It's very soft, it's very nice, and I love these two colors together. Is that almost the yeah, it's like the color of my dress, so that's pretty. Fifth is my Emiliana Shawl. So here is where I am at. It's hard to tell, but there is a bit of a stitch pattern in there. It's, I think, a 6-row repeat that I just keep doing until there's 100 and something stitches on here, which the only reason I'm not further is because I got a little bit bored. Each of the 6-row repeats is only a 4-stitch increase, I believe, so it's a lot to go, but eventually there's some mosaic, and this is the second color that will come in, and I think these two will be very pretty together. So I need to get moving, and I'm hoping that this will encourage me to work some more on this project. That's the first row. Next we have the Slip Stravaganza. And this one, I'm still on the first part. This is Stephen West's mystery knit along from this year. I have seen it finished and it is beautiful, so I want to keep on going. But I'm still working on these honeycombs. So that is Slip Stravaganza. Next we have the Rayna Shawl. This is one I started a while ago, back when it was still a mystery, so I don't even know how long ago that is. Look at this beautiful cake. I was still living in my apartment, so it was at least a 1.5 years ago. Isn't that beautiful? So this is my start. I think this is supposed to be based on the Galapagos Islands up by like Norway, I think is what I remember, but that was years ago, so I hope I'm remembering right. But so this is what I have done so far. There's a lot more to go, but I do think it's really beautiful, so I would love to finish this so I can wear it. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have started a ton of shawls, and I don't think I've finished a single one, which is a problem. So I'm hoping to change that this upcoming year. Next we have the Dust of Snow, which is what I am doing with my Tudor Advent from this year. I'm still on day 2. This is held double with mohair. It's very soft and very pillowy, I guess. I don't know. But so that's what it looks like so far. This is one of the projects sharing a bag, so I don't want to lose it too much till I need it again. Next we have the Rayna Shawl. This is one I am doing in a colorway called Bilbo's Trolls, and it's purples and greens, and this is as far as I've gotten on it, so a ton more to go. The final one on the first row is my Heart of Glass Tea. This is the back of the shirt so far. Up here are the shoulders. Oops, that's the inside. Wrong side. Anyways, so here's where I'm at. Is this the Night Bus, or this is, no, this is the Dr. Meets Rose from Farm Girl Fibers. Dr. Meets Rose colorway from Farm Girl Fibers. And I think this is a really pretty colorway. Although one of my skeins is definitely very different. So I'm going to helico knit the body to try to help blend that in. But so, yep, that's where I'm at on this. Once I finish this, I really want to do a cardigan or a sweater. So that's the second row complete. The third row starts with another quilt, which is called the Puzzle Quilt. This was a birthday or Christmas present from my parents a number of years ago. And there is a ton of cutting in this to get to where you're ready to start, which is part of why I haven't really started. But that's what it will look like in the end. And I have separated, so you start by separating all of the fat quarters into dark, what is it? Light, medium, medium dark, and dark. So I did that, and I cut 1 or 2 colors. I don't know. So I need to really invest some time in this and some organization, and I'm hoping, that's why I put it on this one, because I'm hoping that giving it some dedicated time will get me to make some progress on it. Because I think it's a beautiful quilt. I asked for that. So, as my Christmas present, or I actually think it was a birthday present. So now I need to make some progress. Next up, we have Christmas placemats. These ones I'm hoping will be completely pieced in the 10 hours. So there's going to be 8 of them. I've already separated them into their bundles for each placemat. And I have one that is actually pieced together. So that's the basic idea. So I'm probably going to need to also cut some inside fabric and then find some backing fabric. I might try to look at after Christmas sales for some backing fabric that will match all of these colors, and then see how far I can get in 10 hours. Next we have the Luna sweater. This is not an actual sweater. It's kind of like a wrap. It's actually called the Mesa sweater, but I call it the Luna sweater because I'm using a 4-color fade. That's called the Luna fade. I'm winding. So I have not worked on this in a long time because I don't know how many 100 stitches are on here, but it takes almost an hour to make it one time across. So it is very slow going. I think it's going to be beautiful in the end. It's just, like I said, slow going right now. So this is that. Let me show you the 4 colors. So this is the darkest one. Darkest, next darkest. Then the next one. And the final one is a very pale. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. I need to do a little consideration, because looking at these right now, I need to consider if I still want to keep going on this. I need to look at the pattern again, because if not, these might actually work for Stephen West's Hybrid Knit Along. That's going to be starting, I think, the 26th, maybe the 24th. These could actually work for that. So I need to review the pattern and make a decision. If I decide to do that, I will swap this project out on here, probably for the Hybrid Knit Along. But if not that, then for my Mom's Socks. Sorry, excuse me. A lot of talking today. Which I forgot to put on the WIPGO board. So, yeah, this is going to be a hard decision, guys. I need to really know if I'm actually feeling this sweater. So, like, there's a possibility I just picked it because of another, the Crazy Sock Ladies Stitch from Stash, and I wanted to start something for the accessories or something like that. I don't know. So I think I like this one, but do I like it enough that I want to keep on going, or if I want to do the other one? Decisions. Okay. The final one on the 3rd row is the Christmas Tide Cowl. And that is the one that the Bakery Bears advent calendar. So there are 10 colors and 10 parts. I am on the 2nd part. The final part came out today and it is beautiful. So I need to get going on this project. The first one on the 4th row is my dad's socks. I'm knitting these plain vanilla 2 at a time. And here is where we are at. That's the back. And they're just pretty mindless knitting, honestly. So, yep. If I finish those before they're called, I might put my mom's socks in their place. This is where I am at on those. Yeah. Next, we have the Stillness Shawl from Helen Stewart. This is as far as I've gotten on it. It's still part 1. I think it's really pretty, so I need to do some more work on it. I have seen it where it's blocked, and this part does stop rolling and just kind of gets strained out, which is good. The next one I have here is my husband's socks. This is one that also might be exchanged for my mom's socks because I need to actually put some more thought into doing this. I mean, like, more time. I need to make it a priority. So I've cast on, and that's all I've done. So that was kind of ridiculous, honestly. Next I have Sophie's Universe for my mom. I think I'm going to need to stand up to show you guys this in its full beauty. Make sure the front is showing. So this is what it looks like, and you can't even see all of it. But yeah, this is for my mom. She asks about it all the time. So, you know how we talk about people being knit-worthy or gift-worthy or whatever? My mom is definitely that person. She loves everything you make for her. She asks about it frequently, and so I need to make this a high priority for her. Halloween socks. And I'm going to pull this one closer as well. I have finished one sock. Oops. I have finished one sock. This is the heel toe do-si-do pattern from the Crazy Sock Lady. And I've been working on the cuff. I don't know if I completely finished the cuff. I had hoped to finish this for this year, but I kind of lost my motivation, so here's where I'm at. Looking at this sock for it looks like I still need to do okay, it looks like I'm only halfway done with the cuff, because I went through each of the colors except for the gray twice, and I've only just finished the gray, so I still need to do 3 more of each of the colors. But yeah, again, if I finish this one before it's called, I'll put my mom's in. That's the last one on the 4th row. The 5th row also shares this bag, and that is the Cornish cream socks, another pattern from Helen Stewart. This is actually the first sock I ever started. I'm still in the first one. It was rather ambitious. It was one of my first knitting projects. It has cables. I'm doing it on 9-inch circulars. I think I do prefer magic loop now. I don't know. 9-inch circulars can cramp my hands a little bit, but I do appreciate how it's all like right there. Anyways, This is the Cornish cream socks. And oh, I love this yarn color. It's so beautiful. It's more pretty in person. So that is that. The next one is my Jane Austen Cal, and it's not actually started yet, and I will tell you guys why. So I've been doing Vlogmas, and I'm actually still going to be doing Vlogmas after Vlogmas is done, because I'll be doing the 12 days. I'm gonna, probably going to call it the 12 days of Vlogmas. I don't know. 12 days of Vlogmas. Anyways, the first day of Christmas is actually Christmas Day, and then there's 11 more days after that. So I have a 12-day advent that I haven't been opening yet, and that is the Jane Austen Christmas not knit along, but advent calendar. So I have them still all in here with the needles and a project picked out for it. So I will again attempt to stay caught up, but I doubt it's going to happen because it hasn't happened for anything yet. But this is the pattern I will be doing for that. And so that is the one, because I'm basically assuming I'm not going to stay caught up. So this is my Jane Austen Cal. Next we have the Harry Potter Shawl. It's actually called The Perfect Blend by Casapinka, but this is from a 12 color advent from last year called the Harry Potter, or Harry Potter Christmas or something like that. Anyways, so this is what I have done so far, and I really like those colors together. So there is a lot to still be done. I'm only on part 2, but I'm almost done with part 2 actually. So yeah, this is where I'm at. We're starting to get to more specialty looking sections like this one. This one's got some pattern on it yet that I haven't yet deciphered. But yeah, I would really like to put some concentration into this project. And the final two on my WIPGO are both quilts. And they're both Christmas related quilts actually. So the next one I have picked out, I'm not going to take out of the bag. It's a pattern called Cityscape. I don't have a preview picture of that. It's a pattern I bought from Craftsy, I think, back before they were Blueprint, but now they're Craftsy again. Oh, actually, yes, I do have a picture. It's in black and white, though, so you can't really tell anything. But I have all of these Christmas back quarters. These are supposed to be cornerstones. It's just all this Christmas fabric. I'd even forgotten actually about this project until I moved here and unpacked it, and I was like, oh, I forgot about this. But anyways, there is a significant amount of cutting involved in this project, and I have everything sorted in little baggies from the 1 or 2 fabrics I've cut already. So yeah, my 10 hours will definitely just be spent cutting this, but it would be good to make some progress again. And the final one is one I have not started either. I also bought this off Craftsy before it was Blueprint, before it was back to Craftsy. And this is the Snow Dance. That's what it will look like. And I bought the full kit, backing fabric included. here it is in all of its beauty, and I have not done anything with it. So, actually, I must have done something because there is a safety pin here. I wish I would leave notes for myself, like what I decided. Anyways, I probably opened this up, looked at the fabric, and made a few decisions, but that's it. So again, probably 10 hours spent cutting, but it will be good to get it started. So that is my non-stitchy WIPGO. The one thing I did forget is to, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do some editing to show you guys. I guess it probably will. But I will only be editing to add these clips in. Is that this year I joined a an ornament stocking advent calendar, I guess, where it's just a new stock, like tiny ornament stocking a day. I only did one day, so whichever two numbers get drawn, though, I will do those stockings each day. And the same with Arne and Carlos's ornaments. I didn't do any of them, so I will be doing the numbers that are called for those ornaments. Each of those should only take a day or two, so yeah, that is my main plans for WIPGO. I am going to be doing Desert Vista Dye Works Sock Club, where you have to knit a full pair of adult-sized socks from one of their yarns every month. So far I have 9 colors, so I still need 3 more from them, but I have enough to get started. If you participate for the full year, you get an exclusive skein of yarn only for those who completed it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to do that. I have yet to complete a pair of socks, so I don't know why I shoot for the stars, but I do. And and yeah, that's about all I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll follow along for the journey and see how well I'm able to do at staying up with WIPGO. Talk to you guys later. Bye.